Yeah, I got nothing. Today, I'm going to try to be explaining the anime called D.Gray Man. I was looking into different animes to watch and I was like, what's this? D.Gray Man. Wonder what it's about. Starting off, it's like 2 minutes into it, and there's this kid with white hair, and I'm like, how old are you? Because these animes are misleading. Apparently he's 15, whatever. His name's Alan Walker, and he's a little bit of a badass, and he's this little like thing that looks like a golden snitch with a tail, and his name is Tin Canby, which is literally my favorite character. I die. So he and Tin Canby are just like chilling, and all of a sudden there's like this creature with like metal guns and coming out of its shoulders, and it looks like a creepy clown face, and like I don't even know what's going on, and I was just, because I wasn't really paying attention, but all of a sudden the creature appears, and I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? And then Alan Walker, his like hand turns into this goddamn like claw thing that is like 8 times his actual body, and I'm like, okay, now I'm really confused, and he's like, I hunt Akuma, I'm an exorcist, and I'm like, oh great, another exorcist anime. Anyway, so they try and hunt down these things called Akuma, which are basically like tormented human souls that like, if you've lost a loved one or something, you can call them back from the dead, but essentially you make them into this creature that's not really that great, and then it eats you and wears your body as a suit, and you're like, okay, where's the appeal in that? No, stop. So this kid, Alan Walker, was like cursed or something because he wanted to bring his father back to life and ended up making an Akuma out of him. And then his father was like, I curse you, like now you have this weird eye that can see all Akuma, like it's tortured souls, like have fun with that. And you're like, okay, this kid's eye's pretty cool. I mean, it turns into like a target and makes a little choo noise whenever it sees an Akuma, so A+. Meanwhile, this girl whose name is Lena Lee. What is your name, first of all? Who the f***'s name is Lena Lee? Plus, I'm pretty sure her last name is Lee. So it's Lena Lee Lee. What are you doing? So she's over there with these things called, get this, the dark boots. That's your weapon? Your weapon is the dark boot. I'm so done. The way we find this out too is like, she's like in some dire situation where the and Alan can't use his arm or whatever, and all of a sudden she's just like, innocence, activate, and her like knee-high boots turn into like these slightly shorter boots with like Tron Legacy strips going up into her legs, and she starts kicking the shit out of the bad guy, and that's her innocence. What the And then there's some other guy with a really bad attitude whose name I don't even remember, but he's played by the same guy who plays Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. But he's just like a dick in all sense of the words. It's just like, I don't need anyone. Fuck all of you people. Like, fuck this shit. I got a sword and I'm pretty cool. His name's like Kaname or something random like that. I don't even remember. Who are you and what is your deal? And I've waited for the entire series for you to warm up to Alan and you fucking haven't yet. So, yeah. Alan was cursed to try and free Akuma souls. Because apparently, if an Akuma doesn't die by the innocence of an exorcist, so like if Lena Lee doesn't kick you open with her goddamn dark boots or whatever the or Kaname doesn't slice you through with his goddamn samurai sword, or Alan Walker doesn't like squeeze you with his hand, or whatever the it is they do, these Akuma just kind of like their soul just sort of dissipates, like like no one knows what happens to it, like it just goes somewhere and they sort of stay lost forever. That's cute. But you know, if they use the innocence, then they get like redemption or something, like they get to go back to heaven or hell or wherever the they came from, and like, oh, look at how great this is. You've saved a dead person. Then there's these people called the Noah family, which really confuses me because I'm like, I thought Noah was good. Why are they the bad guys? I'm not really sure anymore. Plus, what the is it with using Noah? Like, Black Butler uses Noah, and now this is using, like, why do we blame everything on poor Noah? Why do you keep on using his name in vain? You know, that's blasphemous. Is it blasphemous? I don't know. Something sacrilegious. Anyway, and then there's this one character that I don't even remember her name, but she was in it for like 3 episodes, and she was pretty cool, and she got to like rewound time, but she didn't know that she was rewinding time. I liked her. Where did she go? And yeah, so that's pretty much the deal with D.Gray Man. Why is it even called D.Gray Man? Like, are we trying to allude to Alan's hair? Is that why it's called D.Gray Man? I don't know. Tin Canby's still the best